Hello my friends, it's Amy Esther here, and today I'm sharing with you my week 17 pregnancy update. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, subscribe and you will not want to miss any of the videos that I create here on my channel. I have several chronic illnesses. You can learn about them in the description below or over on my channel, tons of videos about them. And I make videos about my life as a mother and a pregnant mama and a wife and a homemaker while living with some extra challenges. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, you guys, we are on week 17 and I am still struggling with shortness of breath, if you can't tell. It has been hard to keep up with things when I feel so short of breath. I am having a hard time keeping up with my daughter. Like, I won't even be tired, but I'll just not have a lot of breath going. And then if I'm talking too much or anything, which I always do, I'm just so out of breath all the time. So of course we're still dealing with that. But besides that, my symptoms this week have not been terrible. I had a little extra nausea this week. It's come back just a little bit, not terrible, not like it was the first trimester, but just a little bit nausea coming back. I have been not as fatigued as I was before. That has mostly gone away. And I feel like my appetite comes and goes. Sometimes I have a huge appetite. Other days I have no appetite at all and I almost forget to eat. And then I have gotten to points a few times this week where my blood sugar has gotten a little low because I just didn't really have an appetite, and so I didn't eat anything, and my blood sugar gets a little low and I start to get a little shaky and dizzy. So that has happened a little bit this week. And I don't know if that's my normal chronic illnesses or my pregnancy, but I kind of think it's a little bit of both, related to both of those, especially because it usually seems to come on when I don't eat quite enough food. And this baby needs the food because he is growing big. My belly is ginormous. I look at other people's bellies. I Googled 17-week pregnancy or belly shot, and oh my goodness, they are so much smaller than mine is. I don't know why. He is big, but he's growing at a normal rate. In all of my ultrasounds, he's been perfectly healthy and growing normally. But for some reason, my belly is ginormous. It looks like I have twins. I definitely don't have twins. There's definitely one in there, but I swear my belly looks way bigger than it should at this point, but that's okay. I love the pregnancy belly, and I'd rather have that than have the medium belly where you don't really know if you're pregnant or you're just gaining weight, right? You're kind of in the middle there. But mine is definitely pregnancy belly. There's no doubt about that anymore. I definitely have pregnancy belly. Speaking of, I've started wearing pregnancy clothes, maternity clothes, I guess I should call them, like maternity shirts. Pants, I can still do a lot of my pants if I roll them down, like a lot of my leggings and stuff, as long as I don't, of course, put them over my belly. My pregnancy leggings are still a little loose. I think those will come in a little bit, but my shirts, none of my regular shirts will fit over my belly. They just pop right up. So I'm wearing all my pregnancy shirts. It was really fun this week to get all of my old maternity clothes out. Almost felt like I had a whole new wardrobe to go through. And it's funny because I remember at the end of my pregnancy feeling like I had the same, I think I have 7 pregnancy shirts or maternity shirts. So just I had one for every day of the week, and then I just start over. I do laundry and then start over and wear them again. So I remember being so sick of these clothes by the end. And now I'm really excited about wearing these new clothes. So I'm sure give me a month or two and I'll be totally sick of wearing them. But right now it's really exciting to have these new clothes to wear, which has been kind of fun. So yeah, definitely in maternity clothes now because my belly is just getting way too big for anything else. In other symptoms, I haven't had any cravings. I've changed. My cravings last week were potatoes and fruit, and that's about the same as it is this week. And sour things. I crave limeade. That's really specific. I just want to drink limeade all the time. I don't even know where to get it. Because right now we are going through the coronavirus scare. So everyone's kind of self-quarantined, and isolating themselves, and restaurants, you can't go in there. So we actually went to Costa Vida to see if we can get me a limeade there, because I love their fresh limeade because it's just made fresh. But because it was made fresh and made by hand, they're not allowed to sell that right now because of the coronavirus. So that was a bummer, but I definitely am craving limes and potatoes in any way, shape, or form. Baked potatoes, chopped up potatoes, cooked in olive oil. I like fries, like any kind of potato, cheesy potatoes, anything like that just sounds amazing to me. And luckily they're cheap, and we have a bunch of them because we are sort of self-quarantine. Like, we are trying not to go out very much because of the coronavirus and everything going on. So it is nice to be craving something that's really easy to get and really cheap to have right now. So that has been super easy and fun to make every day. I eat a lot of potatoes, but that's really been my big craving for the week. I can't really think of any other specific cravings that I've had. And aversions, nothing really specific, just like every once in a while if I don't really have an appetite, like nothing sounds good. Except potatoes. I think potatoes always sound good. And so usually if I don't have an appetite, but I know I need to eat something, I will just make some kind of potato and I know I'm going to eat it, or like bake up some fries or something, because I know 100% that I will eat that. So that's been really interesting this week. And in other symptoms, definitely still having a lot of gallbladder pain. I think I talked about this in my last video, I can't remember, but that has gotten a lot worse this week. I feel like my gallbladder is on fire all week. Feels like someone's stabbing me in the back every time I eat anything. And of course I want potatoes and fries, and potatoes all dipped in butter and fats and all of that, which makes my gallbladder not very happy. So my gallbladder has been acting up. It has done that with my pregnancy with my daughter, and then it basically went away after I had her. I had a little gallbladder pain here and there after she was born, but nothing like when I'm pregnant. And it happened again this time. So my doctor said that it's common, like some people when they get pregnant, they just have gallbladder issues. So that's what I've been dealing with. And then on the other side of my body, I've had a lot of heartburn. My stomach aches have been a lot worse as well. I think I have a small intestine bacterial overgrowth, and I think that's been getting a little worse, just probably because I haven't been eating super good. And so that's not been super fun, but it's manageable for me. It's painful, but nothing that, I don't know. It's not a big deal. It's not as bad as pain as the gallbladder, and it just is more like of an annoyance that's always there. But I pretty much always have stomach ache. Maybe you didn't know that about me. It's always there. But I have had a lot of heartburn, which I definitely don't have when I'm not pregnant. So it's been really bad, especially at night, or if I go a long time without eating or drinking, I get really bad heartburn. So that's been super fun. In the weight gain department, I am 135 pounds, which is actually still less than what I was when I went to my first appointment when I was pregnant with my daughter. So I feel like I've gained a ton of weight this pregnancy. I've gained almost 15 pounds now. Yeah, about 15 pounds. And that seems like a lot for this far. I think my app said you should have gained like 7 or 8 pounds at this point. So I'm about double that, but that's how my body's taking this pregnancy. And if you're watching this in real time, you know that with the COVID-19, we are in such a lockdown that all my gyms are closed around me. So I haven't been able to exercise as much as I'd like. I've been going for walks. I've been doing some home exercises, but it's just not the same for me. I like to lift weights, and so that's been a little tricky because I do feel like I might gain a little more weight than I would if I could go to the gym. But that's okay because I am pregnant, and there's like been this joke going around that everyone's going to be super overweight after we're done with this quarantine thing. And I'm just like, well, I'm pregnant, so it doesn't really matter if I gain weight because I'm supposed to be gaining weight right now. But I feel like I'm gaining a pretty healthy amount of weight. Like, I don't feel like I'm gaining too much yet. But it is interesting that I'm still less weight than I was when I started my pregnancy with my daughter because I lost so much weight when I was nursing. So even if I do gain a ton of weight this pregnancy, not worried about it because my body does pretty good with nursing. And there is definitely a lot of weight that your body just needs to gain for that baby. I know with my last pregnancy, I gained a lot of water weight too. So I could be getting that too. I'm not sure. But I also feel like this week I've been a little less thirsty. A couple weeks ago, I was talking about how I was just peeing all night long, and I just was so thirsty all the time and was drinking crazy amounts of water. And now I'm still drinking a lot of water, but I've always, like my whole life, been a water drinker. Like I always drink quite a bit of water. So I feel like that hasn't been excessive this week, like a little more normal for pregnancy rather than last week where like I was seriously up like every 2 hours peeing, and then when I got up I had to drink another whole glass of water before I could fall back asleep. So I feel like that has kind of evened out. Besides that, one more huge thing happened this week, not pregnancy related, but scared the crap out of me. We had an earthquake here. I live in Utah, and we had a 5.7 magnitude earthquake, and it was probably one of the scariest things I've ever experienced because I've just never experienced anything like that before. So that was really scary, shook me up for a few days. I feel like my anxiety was like through the roof, and so it made kind of all my symptoms a little bit worse those next few days because I was just like, every little sound I heard, I would just kind of like flinch and was really jumpy for a few days. Feeling a lot better now, but that was a really scary thing that happened this week. Besides that, I feel like we've been doing pretty good. This pregnancy's been pretty healthy. I haven't had any major issues or complications, and I can't believe that in just a couple weeks I have my halfway through pregnancy appointment, which is insane. I feel like this pregnancy is just flying by. It's going by so fast, so much faster than my pregnancy with my daughter. Probably because it's my second pregnancy. I already know what's happening. I felt like every week was a year when I was pregnant with her, and now I don't know. I know what's going on. I know that all my symptoms are normal and great, and I have a toddler to take care of to distract me. All this crazy stuff happening in the world right now with the COVID-19 and the earthquake and all of that. I feel like my mind is on other things. Not that my mind isn't on the baby. Of course, keeping him safe is number one, and every time I look in the mirror or I look down, I clearly know I'm pregnant, and I think about it a lot, but I don't think about how far I am and how much more I have to go, because my daughter, I was like counting down the days, and this time I'm just enjoying the pregnancy. I'm enjoying life as it is. I am just getting through the days with this crazy life that we're going through right now. It's been really crazy. But I'm hoping that by the time I have the baby, this coronavirus has died down and everyone's a little bit more calm, but we will see. If not, it will help my pregnancy go much faster. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoy these pregnancy updates. If you do, give this a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to catch my next pregnancy update. Each Friday of this pregnancy, you will see my pregnancy updates up until sweet baby boy comes to join us. And if you have missed any of my previous pregnancy updates, there is a playlist in the description below, so you can watch that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I think that's everything I have for you.